Hardware security keys are the best method today for securing online accounts. You defeat the purpose of hardware keys by leaving them in the device or trusting a device not to need the key. Hello everyone, this is Rick with Cybernetics. The way you operate a hardware security key is just as important as adding it to your accounts. Today we'll give you a brief explainer on 2FA, recommend a password manager, and walk you through the process of picking the right YubiKey. At the end, we'll share the operational best practices for daily use of hardware-based security keys. Second factor authentication is something you know, like a PIN or a password, plus something that you have, maybe like a security key or an authentication app, or something you are, a retina scan, facial scan, or fingerprint. Next, we're going to cover account best practices, starting with a strong password and a password manager. People write their passwords down and store them in a secure location. We strongly recommend using a password manager similar to BitWarden, where you can manage those passwords. Also, you can generate strong passwords using the application itself. You can also secure the password manager with a security key. If you're not comfortable with putting all of your passwords in a single location, you can do something called a double-blind password. We have a video linked above. We also have links to the videos on BitWarden so that you can get started. Once you've struggled through the process of deciding whether you want to get a key or not, and you've decided you do, the next hurdle you're going to face is what particular key or keys do I need? So I wanted to point out this Yubico site because they walk you through a neat little quiz. Before we continue on with the quiz, I want to quickly show you all the different keys that Yubico offers. This is their series of keys, 4 different series, the blue security key, and then they also have the 5 series key here, all the different form factors and capabilities. They have a Federal Information Processing Standard key for processing information for the federal government, certified for FIPS. They also have biometric keys. With all those different types of series of keys, different certifications, different form factors, and different capabilities, you can see why Yubico developed this quiz to make it easy for you to select a key. Before we move on to the quiz, I just want to scroll down on the table for the bio keys and show you that they do not support time-based one-time passcodes. These are used for authentication apps. If you don't need authentication app capability, then the bio key might be an excellent choice. I went through the quiz multiple times. It never selected the bio keys. The hardware blue security key also does not support time-based one-time passcodes. So just go back to the tables and review all the capabilities and make sure that you're getting the key that you need. Let's dive into the quiz and walk through it. The first thing you're presented with, are you an individual or a business? So this case we'll select I'm an individual. Then they present you with what form factors do you need? So we're going to pick USB-A and USB-C. Select next. They ask, what do you want to do with the key? Are you going to just put it in the computer, or do you also want to have it on your keychain? If you'd like to have both, that's what we're going to select here. Here they say, do you want near-field communication to communicate wirelessly with your devices, or no? That will also determine which particular keys, and we're going to select yes here. Now, do you want to use your YubiKey to log in securely to your operating system? We'll select yes. Next. Now, some particular account provider, service providers do not support certain keys, so depending upon which accounts you need can also determine the key. So you do want to go through this very selectively to determine which accounts that you're going to use the key with. So we'll pick some of the big names here: Microsoft, Coinbase, scroll down, Facebook, BitWarden. Big fan of BitWarden for password management. They also support the key, of course. And let's see, Reddit. I think that's enough. Let's scroll down to the bottom here and select next. They recommend that you get a spare key. I recommend the same thing. Secure all your accounts with one key and then put the other key in a safe deposit box or a safe location. So next. And these are the keys they recommend. Yubikey 5 NFC, both a USB-A and a USB-C. And of course, if you want to go back through and take the quiz again, just hit reset the quiz. I just thought that's a really neat capability to help you sort through the decision tree on what keys that you should be using for your particular accounts and devices. Why are we looking at a globe? In account security, we talk about attack surface. When you only use a password to secure your accounts, your attack surface is literally the whole world. Anyone with that password can get in your account from anywhere. When you secure your accounts with a hardware security key, you limit your attack surface to where this key is physically located. This is a Yubikey 5C Nano key. It's really small. For comparison purposes, comparing it to a physical key, you can see how small it is. On my journey for using these keys, I literally picked this one because it would plug into my phone and I could take it with me anywhere I went. The problem was when I started unplugging it from the phone to charge the phone, it would go flying across the room and I had a hard time finding it. So I migrated from keeping this in the phone physically with me at all times to putting it in the computer. And the key I migrated to was this Yubikey 5C USB-C key. Much easier to get in and out of the machine and easier to put on and off a keyring. The problem was this key migrated to my computer and I started leaving it in the computer and I realized that's bad operational security because if someone stole the computer, they would have the key and then they would only need the password. So I realized that was a bad idea. So this key has migrated to being a backup key for my accounts. And this is my daily operational key. The other key that we purchased was this blue security key, and it is the most economical key to use. It does not support authentication apps, time-based one-time passcodes, but if you don't need that capability, this is your cheapest method to secure the accounts with a hardware security key. When you first buy these keys also, you might be considering that I need a key for every physical port that I might plug it into, which is not true. This is a USB-A to USB-C adapter, and just a standard adapter, nothing special. This will allow you to plug this key into a USB-C port. And the same thing with the USB-C. If you needed to plug it into a USB-A, you can just get a USB-C to USB-A adapter. And that's typically what I do. I have this key plugged into this adapter so that I can plug it into just about any of my devices. So my recommendation is you leave the key that you're going to use on your keyring and take it on and off. And that's what I do. And I'm going to show you. They have these keyrings that you can just clip on and off. It makes it really easy to put the key on, take it off. Then when you want to use the key, you just push down the little clip, pull the key off. And that's literally what I do. When I start up my computer, I'm just like I'm starting my car. I take that key and I plug it into the device, log into the device, log into my accounts. When I'm done for the day, this key comes back and onto the key ring. They make various ones that also allow you to do that. This one has a little wire that you unplug here and the wire comes loose. You can get them where they have two clips on both ends, whatever you do. But highly recommend using a key ring that will allow you to take the key on and off and not leaving the key plugged into the device. If you leave the key plugged into the device, you've expanded your attack surface to the device, not just the key. And potentially someone could get into all your accounts with just a password. That's a wrap of our demonstration how to pick the right security key to protect your online accounts. Please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. This supports our efforts in helping others with technology. Post any questions or comments below and have a great and wonderful automation day.